Hello. Okay, let's talk about breakdowns, breakthroughs, and tower moments. I'm filming this on February 5th, 2026, and a couple of days ago, I had what felt like a personal tower moment. I broke down into tears, and it wasn't a negative tower. It was more like a rush of emotions, like an aha moment, like, well, the Tower card in the Tarot or the Ace of Swords in the Tarot. It happened due to a series of synchronicities. And I have a tendency sometimes of breaking down into tears at noticing certain synchronicities. So that may happen for you as well. This tower moment had something to do with just the start of a new understanding, a new paradigm, a new perspective of understanding my existence on Earth during this lifetime. It had something to do with quantum mechanics, and I hardly know anything about that, but I've been noticing synchronicities in regards to quantum mechanics. And even though I don't have the language at this point of my journey to articulate what that is, the content that I've been drawn to for some reason they resonate with me. And so I'm paying attention to that. I am following the breadcrumbs. And there was a point I was listening to a video and while I was listening, I remember walking into my room and I looked at my clock and it said 11:11, and that just pushed me to break down into tears. And lately, I've been feeling quite irritable, anxious, and I know that not all of that energy, that tense energy, is mine. It's being felt in the collective. This is a very pivotal time in the history of planet Earth. A lot of transitions happening, and the transitional time can feel very chaotic energetically, can look and feel very chaotic. Okay, I don't know how organized this is going to be, but I'm just going to try to go with the flow. I did write down some notes. Perhaps whatever I say in this video, there's something here for you. I'm going to read to you a journal entry from Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. This is just me writing down my thoughts, trying to articulate what I am feeling. So it's personal. We don't have to make it scientific or anything. We all have our own ways of organizing, trying to organize our thoughts, trying to make sense of what is happening with us. Okay. I am not a self. I am experiencing multiple versions of a self. I am potential personified. I am source experiencing itself in a human body. I am the personification of possibility. I am possibility personified. I am possibility in human form. I am the formless presence. This presence, source, has no identity, which is dependent on an ego, on this earthly existence. I am a being in the bigger picture. I am just being a human-formed being in this lifetime. I am not even, quote, my true self. As I said, I am not a self. My beingness isn't dependent on selfhood, on having an identity. I am not even the version of self that feels confident, meaning I am more than that even. The confident grace is still a human version that I am as the formless presence, witnessing and experiencing as source incarnate. I am a frequency in form, frequency in human form. I am the frequency. As a soul, I, quote, agreed to experience humanness on earth. I am the frequency of potential. The multiple selves I embody are manifestations of the frequency of potential. I am source experiencing itself, expressing itself at various vibrations. In this life, the ego is a part of me. We are in this together. We are on this journey of realizing and expressing potential together. And then a couple days later, I had my little mini tower moment when listening to videos on quantum mechanics. Okay. So let me read what I wrote here. In regards to how I've been feeling lately, breaking down, and really, I've been feeling explosions of emotions, maybe since late 2025. So the energy truly is charged within the collective. I've been on this, quote, healing journey for years. And yes, I've gotten emotional during that time in doing the inner work. But the intensity lately is it's noticeably charged. And I think that has something to do with the fact that we are about to enter the year of the fire horse, starting on February 17th, 2026. So during 2025 and leading up to 2025, I'm sure a lot of us have been doing the inner work, releasing, purging, facing our shadows, learning to accept ourselves, to forgive ourselves and others. We've gotten more peaceful. I know that I noticed that I'm feeling more at peace. But being human, we're going to feel emotions, right? And it's hard to outgrow the programming that we've been entrained on or entrained in for most of our lives. That is part of this shedding, the year of the wood snake of 2025. Releasing old paradigms. Okay, so let me read what I wrote here. Personal breakthrough moments can feel like you're breaking down. And in a way, you are. Old paradigms are collapsing within you. Your perspective is changing. And in turn, what's happening within is being reflected in the material world. Breakthroughs happening within are happening without as well. So many breakthrough moments seem to be happening. Evidence of the pivotal time we're living in at this point in the history of planet Earth. We keep ascending, rising in consciousness, experiencing awakening after awakening and personal breakthroughs. They all feel like the same energy to me. Tumultuous, tense. And additionally, I wrote, the process of liberation can feel like chaos. And there's something going on with the conception of time and speed. Teeter-tottering between feeling like it's moving at a snail's pace and speeding by at the same time. The quantum paradigm will likely become more commonplace. This is the future. It's already entered the collective consciousness, and it'll only grow. Let me read to you the quantum paradigm spiritual meaning. The quantum paradigm offers a profound spiritual meaning by illustrating the interconnectedness of all things and the role of consciousness in shaping reality. Quantum mechanics, with its principles of superposition, entanglement, and wave-particle duality, challenges our conventional understanding of reality and time. These concepts suggest that particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, hint at instantaneous connections across vast distances, and that the act of observation can influence the behavior of a quantum system. This aligns with spiritual beliefs about unity, interconnectedness, and the power of intention and perception. The quantum paradigm invites us to reconsider our approach to knowledge and reality, suggesting that there is more to reality than what we perceive. It encourages us to explore the metaphysical with the empirical, blending the scientific with the spiritual to discover deeper meanings and interpretations of our experiences. Okay, let me read to you about breaking down or breaking points. The spiritual meaning of breaking points often symbolizes transformation and liberation. It represents the end of a cycle or phase in life, indicating that one is ready to let go of old habits, beliefs, or relationships that no longer serve as a positive purpose. This breakthrough signifies a moment of no return. That is where we are right now. The point of no return. And hence that makes sense. If you feel like grieving, saying goodbye to our old selves, let me start again. This breaking signifies a moment of no return, marking the beginning of a new chapter, and as a reminder of the impermanence of life. It encourages personal growth and the release of negative energies, allowing for healing and renewal. The beginning of a new chapter. The cycles of life, the impermanence of life on earth. Endings mark new beginnings. The cyclical nature of life. Healing leads to renewal, but it may feel like we're breaking down. It may feel chaotic, tumultuous, frightening. Like we're experiencing tower moment after tower moment, to reference a card in the tarot. Okay. Furthermore, let's go further in regards to the theme of breaking down, shall we? How breaking down feels like a breakthrough. The experience of a breakdown can often feel like a turning point. It makes me think. Fulcrum point or crossroads? Where one's life is at a crossroads. There you go. This period of struggle can lead to a sense of liberation. There's that word again, liberation. Makes me think of the Judgment card in the tarot. This period of struggle can lead to a sense of liberation and a new perspective on life. It is during these times that individuals may find the courage to confront their fears, make significant changes, and ultimately achieve a breakthrough in their personal growth and well-being. The dictionary definition of breakthrough: a sudden, dramatic, and important discovery or development. One of the similar words, quantum leap. The definition: a sudden, dramatic, and important discovery or development. Makes me think again of the Tower card. So you may be experiencing multiple tower moments at this time. Particularly internal tower moments. We're expelling, liberating the old to make room for the new, to welcome in the new earth. Let me read the definition of old paradigms. Old paradigms refer to deeply ingrained belief systems and structures that shape how individuals perceive and interact with the world. They often include outdated views such as scarcity thinking, linear success models, and external validation. These are all the things that we are liberating. To deprogram ourselves of. Reprogramming ourselves with new paradigms. Abundance thinking. Non-linear success models. Internal validation. Sovereignty. Let me continue. These paradigms have been passed down through generations and are no longer aligned with the evolving energy of the new earth, which emphasizes freedom, joy, and co-creation. Things are balancing out. The energies are balancing out, but it may feel chaotic while that is happening. I have a book here called The Gaia Effect, The Remarkable System of Collaboration Between Gaia and Humanity by Monika Muranyi. I may be mispronouncing her name. I do apologize. Cryon. Okay. I'll read to you the back of the book, a synopsis on what this book is about. Have you ever wondered about earth energies, ley lines, portals, sacred sites, and the conscious relation between Gaia and humanity? If so, then this is definitely the book for you. Australian author and naturalist Monika Muranyi has compiled everything that Cryon, the great magnetic master channeled by Lee Carroll, has ever shared about Gaia. For more than 23 years, the loving messages of Cryon have been shared worldwide. This book represents an amazing compilation of research that covers many topics never before published by Cryon. Monika's personal experiences and insights weave together the Cryon teachings and wisdom to present a very unique picture of our origins, why we are here, and how we can now grow in a conscious, symbiotic relation with our planet and also open to our star family. This first time ever compilation of quintessential Cryon teachings includes fascinating new material. We have here a grand perspective of all the love that brought us to this beautiful garden planet. Is it possible that the whole purpose of Gaia is to support humanity? Is it possible that human beings are not simply another form of mammal on a planet moving around the sun? Is it possible that the energy delivered from the vibratory rate of this planet is based upon what humanity does, and this will actually affect the universe? The answer is yes to all. So if that is the case, what kind of a system is in place that would allow such a thing to be? That's what we are discussing in this book. Okay, the passage I want to read to you, let's head to that. And this book, by the way, it was published, I believe, the first printing was 2013. 2013. All right. What happens if the earth becomes balanced in masculine and feminine energy for the first time? What would it mean? It means there is going to be an increase in what we call compassionate action. Do you know what the results of non-compassionate actions are? War. That is a non-compassionate action. Also, separation, judgment, and a non-caring population. Do you know what the results of compassionate actions are? Working together, unification, peace building, non-judgment, tolerance, understanding, and the beginning of universal, unconditional love. Do you see the kind of shift we are speaking of? It's going to change how you think, inside and out. As within, so without. Okay. I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much. Take care.